Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, in honor of Valentine's Day, I thought I would talk about some bookish things that I love. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 oddly specific things that I love in books. Tropes, plot elements, character types, that sort of thing. Make sure to give this video a like if you are enjoying it and let me know some of your favorite oddly specific things you love in books or other pieces of media in the comment section down below. First of all, number 1. I feel like a lot of people talk about loving books about books. And I personally love mysteries about mysteries. I've thought about making a book recommendations video on this topic, though I'm not quite sure how I would title it, if it would do well, get a lot of views. I don't know if that's something that other people are interested in. But I just really love murder mystery books that have this sort of meta element and sort of talk a lot about mysteries themselves, mystery as a genre. So some examples of this: Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz, or 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. I enjoyed that one as well. I think the reason that I love books like these is because mystery is my favorite genre, and it's something that I really enjoy and I'm really passionate about. I love that classic murder mystery feel. I'm reading my way through all of Agatha Christie. So when I read a modern day mystery that has that classic mystery feel and shows that the author is knowledgeable about mysteries, they're knowledgeable about the history of the mystery genre, it makes me really appreciate the author, because I'm like, okay, here is someone who loves mysteries the same way I love mysteries. Here is someone who shares this genuine love for mysteries as a genre, as an art form even, you could say. So I really like it when I can read a mystery book and I feel the author's genuine love coming through in the finished product. I think that's why I love these mysteries within mysteries, like meta, self-aware mystery books. I just love feeling like the author is as passionate about mysteries as I am. Next, this is, I guess it's a trope that I've mentioned loving many, many times. If you've seen my videos before, you're not surprised, but I love a sleuthing duo, a romantically involved sleuthing duo. You know, these 2 people who consistently, they're solving crimes together, and they're also like flirting and bantering at the same time. They are partners in crime solving and partners in life. I've heard some people refer to this as the Nick and Nora trope, a la The Thin Man by Dashiell Hammett. But my personal favorite sleuthing duo from classic murder mysteries, it's gotta be Tommy and Tuppence. I love Tommy and Tuppence. They are so cute and just so delightful together on their little adventures. I think I love books that involve this because I am a romantic at heart, a hopeless romantic, but I like having a romantic subplot better than just reading a straight up romance book. So I enjoy having that cute romantic element inside a murder mystery, so I'm combining my favorite genre with my romantic sensibilities. I also just think it gives you a lot of opportunities for both fun scenarios and also dramatic scenarios. I also love historical murder mysteries, particularly the ones that have a romantic duo at their core. So this is something that I can't get enough of. I just love a romantically involved sleuthing duo. Okay, number 3. This is something that I think is a little harder to describe, and hopefully you all understand where I'm coming from with this. I love when we have a very strong, courageous heroine who is also more traditionally feminine. And I think the reason that I like this is because so many times in books you see the not like the other girls girl who is described as being very masculine. She hates dresses. She has no female friends. She just associates with the men. She's exasperated by the things that other women choose to spend their time on. And I hate that because there's nothing wrong with being like other girls. There's nothing innately wrong with being stereotypically feminine if that's just who you are and that's what you enjoy. So I think the reason I like having heroines who are very strong and also very feminine is kind of a reaction to that. Because listen, there is nothing wrong with having a main female character who is more stereotypically masculine and who would rather wear trousers than a dress and doesn't know how to do her makeup. That is totally fine, but I feel like so many times when people write that kind of woman, they also have her disparage other women, and that's when, to me, it stops being okay, because every woman should be able to express herself and express her femininity how she wants. If you're writing a main female character who is just surrounded by men and she has no female friends and she makes these comments like, ooh, you know, I'm not like the other girls, it's just so irritating to me because I believe that we should support and uplift other women, and there's nothing innately wrong with these stereotypically feminine characteristics if that's genuinely what you want. So I really think the reason I enjoy this is because it's a refreshing change from the not like the other girls girl. I love reading about a heroine who is very strong and she kicks ass and she goes out there into the world and does stuff, but she also wears dresses. She has lots of female friends. I like reading that because I don't like it when we're writing female characters, but basically making them just act like men and making disparaging comments about other women. Like, I get so heated thinking about Arya Stark in the Game of Thrones books versus her in the TV show. In the books, there is a scene where she says to Roose Bolton, the woman is important too. And in the TV show, they changed that scene. So instead of saying that, she says, most girls are idiots. Most girls are not idiots. I just hate it when you write a main female character who just puts other women down and acts like she's better than them because she's not stereotypically feminine. Like, that's not, it's just so bad. So really my love for this specific thing is because of my hatred for the not like the other girls girl. They're directly related to each other. Now, number 4, I love an elaborate revenge scheme. When a character has been done really wrong by other people, by society, and so they decide, okay, I'm going to get my revenge, and they concoct this very elaborate scheme to get back on the people who ruined their life. The number one example of this being The Count of Monte Cristo, which is on my bedside table over there because I'm currently reading it. The OG elaborate revenge scheme book. Some other examples, when I was in high school, I absolutely loved the ABC TV show Revenge, which was like a primetime soap opera. It was pitched as a female Count of Monte Cristo set in the modern day Hamptons. Great show if you love those very dramatic, like, scandalous lives of rich people sort of dramas, you know. I loved that, and one of my favorite books from back, I think before I even joined booktube, yeah, because it was when I was in high school. I loved this book, I still have it, Daughter of Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan, and this is another one of those elaborate revenge scheme books. The reason I loved this book so much is because it reminded me of the TV show Revenge. It's basically hitting the exact same points. It's about a young woman who she takes on a false identity to get revenge against these people who are responsible for the crashing of a luxury yacht, the sinking of a luxury yacht, I mean, that killed her parents and her best friend. So she's getting back at the people whose negligence caused this fatal accident. And it has the exact same vibes as the TV show Revenge, hence why I liked it back in the day. You know, it hit all the same juicy plot points. I just love an elaborate revenge scheme. Like, what can I say? I think what I like about this is, one, it raises a lot of interesting ethical questions. Like, is it morally right to get revenge against people, or are you stooping to their level? Are you sacrificing your own soul for revenge? And I do think there is something satisfying about, in a piece of fictional media, seeing bad people get what's coming to them, get justice. I think this is also another reason I really like murder mysteries, because a lot of times in real life, people who do horrible things, they never have to suffer the consequences of what they've done. So it's very satisfying to read or watch something and see people who've done horrible things actually face consequences for their action, even if they're extremely wealthy and privileged. It's something that unfortunately doesn't always happen in real life, and I think there is a sort of catharsis to seeing that happen in fiction. And finally, number 5 on the list, I love what I'm going to call a last-minute twist. Mainly, you see this in thrillers. You think everything's been resolved. We found the killer, the pieces add up, they've been carted off to jail. Everything seems like wrapped up in a neat little bow. And then on that last page, the author leaves you with a shocking, surprising, twisty revelation that just leaves the book on a very, let's just say, ominous note. You know, we found out that the person who was arrested, they actually didn't commit one of the murders. This other person did. You find out that the narrator, they've been keeping a secret from you this whole time. You just get left with that one last gut punch, and then the book is over while you're still there, shocked by what you just read. I really love those when they're done well. I think execution is key because it has to make sense. It can't be a last-minute twist just for the sake of it. When they're done right, though, they are really impactful. And I just love being left on that shocking gut punch note. It can be so good when it's done well. One book that my mom and I both read, and she still to this day constantly brings this book up because it had a last-minute twist that was so good, is An Unwanted Guest by Shari LaPena. Shari LaPena is not like a huge favorite thriller author of mine, but this book had a last page reveal that was really good, and I really enjoyed it. It's something that her and I still talk about to this day because it was done so successfully. So that's an example. I'm sure there's plenty more, but that's the first one that comes to my mind. All right, so those are 5 oddly specific things that I love in books or TV shows or movies too, just any kind of fictional media that I consume. So let me know your thoughts. Would you like me to make a part 2 for this video? Because I'm sure there are other things that I could think of. Let me know in the comment section, what are some oddly specific tropes, plot elements, character types, etc. that you absolutely love in fiction? I would love to hear from you. If you're still here and you don't know what to comment, why don't you comment a heart emoji down below, since we're talking about things we love today. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you next time.